I'm Ryan from ExtremeTerrain.com, and this is my review and installation of the Fox 2.0 Performance Series IFP Shocks, fitting all 1997 to 2006 TJs. These shocks are available for, of course, the front and the rear of your TJ, and they're available for a variety of different lift sizes in a variety of different lengths. So make sure you get the right ones for your Jeep. You can also pick up a kit of these that'll include all 4 shocks for your Jeep, or purchase them individually. Today we're going to talk through the installation of these shocks, which is a very simple 1 out of 3 wrench install. These are going to bolt directly in place of those factory shocks on your Jeep, and you should be able to install 1 shock in under a half an hour. So again, very simple process, but we'll talk more about that in just a second. We're also going to talk about the construction and a few of the features of the shock. Fox is known for making a really high quality shock. They've done a lot of R&D in race trucks and really put that technology into a shock that you can buy for your Jeep that's going to give you a really comfortable on-road ride and also great off-road performance. This shock in particular, the Performance Series shock, is also one of the highest quality shocks from Fox as far as build quality goes. This shock is going to be a high-grade aluminum with a clear anodized finish, as opposed to some of the other shocks that are powder-coated and not made of as high a grade aluminum. Now, this is going to be a nitrogen-charged shock, and there's really nitrogen-charged and hydraulic shocks. When you work a shock really hard, it has fluid inside of it. That fluid can start to bubble and cavitate and cause shock fade, where the shock just doesn't quite work as well when it starts to heat up and get worked really hard. So the nitrogen inside of a nitrogen-charged shock is there to eliminate that foaming and that cavitation and that shock fade. Now, in general, a nitrogen-charged shock is going to ride a little bit stiffer than a hydraulic shock, but really the ride quality is going to come from the valving, and that's what Fox does really well. The valving inside of this shock is going to give you that really comfortable ride both on and off-road. You combine that with the build quality of the shock, which means it's going to last a good long time, and you have something that is a really nice package. Although you are going to pay a little bit more for this shock than you would for some of the other brands out there because of everything you're getting. So this is going to be a smooth body shock. This is a 2-inch body, and this is a 6061 T6 aluminum that does have that clear anodized finish on it. Again, that's where the Performance Series is a little different from the Adventure and the Evolution series. This is going to be the highest quality materials. This has a 5/8-inch chrome-plated shaft. This has nitrile bushings in it, which means everything is going to stay nice and quiet. You're not going to get any noise out of the shock. As we talked about before, it is a nitrogen-charged shock, and it is truly going to give you a very comfortable ride both on and off the road. Getting these shocks installed on your TJ is going to be a very simple process. Again, a 1 out of 3 wrench install, and you can get a shock installed in about a half an hour or even less time than that. The first thing you're going to want to do is remove that factory shock. Up front, there's going to be 1 upper shock nut. On the bottom, there's going to be 2 lower shock bolts. In the rear, it's reversed. Up top, there are 2 bolts. In the bottom, there's a single bolt. All you need to do is remove that factory hardware, remove that factory shock, and go ahead and install your new shock. This comes with all of your washers, your bushings, your hardware, everything that you need to get your new shock installed. Again, a very simple process. Ultimately, a shock is a wear item, so they are very easy to swap. All you're going to need is your traditional hand tools to get this job done, and again, about a half an hour per shock. I mentioned before that the ride quality and the build quality you're getting with this shock does come with a slightly higher price tag than some of the other shocks that are out there. This comes in at right around $130 per shock. If you want a quality shock that's going to last a long time and give you a comfortable ride, I don't think that that's a bad price. However, if you are a little bit more budget-minded, you're not looking for the most comfortable ride or a shock that's going to last as long, you can spend probably $100 less per shock and get a shock on your Jeep. Again, it's not going to last as long, it's not going to perform as well, but you can save yourself some money. So if you have the budget, you're looking for the high quality, I would definitely recommend considering the shock. So if you're looking for a shock that's going to provide a really comfortable ride and is made out of some of the highest quality components that Fox builds a shock out of and is going to last a really long time, I think this is going to be an excellent option to consider as long as you have the budget for it. So that's my review of the Fox 2.0 Performance Series IFP Shock fitting your 1997 to 2006 TJ that you can find right here at ExtremeTerrain.com.